Hey drummers, Mr. Fitz here with my drumsticks and my drum pad. And right now we're talking about line number 113, shortcut. All right, so I'm going to play it for you first, and then we'll kind of talk about how to figure this out. All right, let me just see if I can get this angle just correct. I think you'll be able to see my sticks. All right, here we go. Ready? So this is 113. And the concept is the dotted quarter note followed by the single eighth note. So here goes. 1 and 2 and 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 yay! All right, cool. Now, the idea of the dotted quarter note, the dot is, we've learned about the dot before with the dotted half note. But so as you can see, the rule of the dot is that a dot after a note adds half the value of the note. All right? Quarter notes being one count, if you dot them, the dot is going to be worth half of one, so that's 1/2. And if you add that together, you get 1.5 counts. All right. Now, fortunately for us as drummers, we've always been counting 1 and 2 and like that. This is in 2/4 time, so that's why we'll be saying 1 and 2 and like so. All right. Now, as you know, eighth notes are how long? And if you said half a beat, you're correct. All right. So in this measure here, we play 1 and 2 and. This is the same, 1 and 2 and. Here we tie the notes together. So we're going to play 1 and 2 as one sound. So when we see this note right here, even though it looks like 3 notes, it's one note. 1 and 2, right? 1 and 2, but we only play one sound, 1 and 2, leaving us with the eighth note left over for the and. All right, so this whole measure goes 1 and 2 and. Now all they've done here is they've taken these two eighth notes and added them together to make a quarter note and tied it to an eighth note. So again, you've still got 1.5 beats. And you count that 1 and, you count that as 2, but since it's tied, it's 1 and 2, which is exactly the same as this right here. So that and this are the same. There's the leftover eighth note on the and, right? So together, this measure goes 1 and 2 and. And then all they do simply is they replace the dot. They replace the tied eighth note with the dot, because the dot makes the note, half of itself longer, or 50% longer. So this is the same as this, is the same as this. So when I see a dotted quarter note, the easiest thing to do as a drummer is to say, for the quarter note, say 1 and, or whatever beat it's on. Like if it's on beat 3, you'd say 3 and. But then with the dot, you say the next number or the next downbeat. And you say, in this case, it's 1 and 2, 2 being the dot, okay? And then you follow it with a single eighth note. And that's all that is, by the way. If I didn't mention that, I apologize. So the single eighth note, the thing with the flag, that's just one eighth note. When they're written as pairs, they're still individual notes, but they're just beamed together. That's what that's called, a beam. All right. So a single eighth note looks like that. All right. So I hope that helps you in understanding how to play line 113 and your dotted quarter eighth, which is a super important rhythm. So have fun.